wanted to talk about the power creep in Marvel Rivals in Season 4.5 because I went on a pretty good win streak here, about 7 games. And the last one to rank up, I lost. And it's because I swapped to tank. Now, obviously, I'm a very good DPS player. I've brought DPS to pretty much eternity level, top like 0.30%, right? Like very, very good. Definitely my best role by far. But I've also brought tank to Celestial 1 as well. So I'm pretty good at tank too. I did that with Thing and Strange. Now in this game, as you can see, it was miserable. I'll explain real quick. I started off as Wolf, but they came out with one tank. I'm like, maybe I can make it work. Maybe I'll just put infinite pressure on the tank. Yeah, well, the game lagged as it's been lagging for like a month now, and it just didn't work. So I'm like, okay, I'll swap the tank. We have one tank. I'll fill in. Don't worry, guys. I got this. I want to win too. So I go to Thing, my best tank. I'm very good at it. I got destroyed. You know why? Because of power creep. Because Thing has been dropped to F tier. Because pretty much every hero beats him. If you're ranged against this hero, you beat him. And I'd say 95% of the melee hero roster in this game beats him too. He's a tank, melee tank, so you would think a 1v1 against a daredevil or 1v1 against a blade he wouldn't lose, right? Well, he loses. He loses. Okay, let me tell you. Thing has been completely destroyed. It doesn't work. He doesn't work anymore. Okay, he just gets exploded. He explodes. So unfortunately, we lost that one because I was not aware that there's now only viable of like 2 tanks, and my mad is cursed. My mad is terrible. So and Stranger's taken. So I guess what I should have done is went DPS and just peeled that way, because that was the problem. These two weren't peeling, and we needed peel. That's also why I went Feint. Nonetheless, the power creep is insane. So I want to go here. I just want to say there's about 3 tanks that are powerful. There's Strange, Mag. I'm not going to say Mag. I'm going to say Angela. Yep. I'm going to say Angela. Strange, we know why. Mag, we know why. But Angela is better than Emma because her getaways are way better, and I think she has more impact. I think Emma has been destroyed by nerfs. I'm not kidding. In a GM level, the top, like, what are we at? Like 1.90% at this point, I think is what I saw, around top 1%. The problem is that everybody knows how to play against Emma, and her nerfs hit hard. Okay, she does barely any damage anymore with her beam, and it's also very hard to charge up, and her diamond form is so long. It takes so long for her to get her diamond form again that you can have like 2 quick team fights before she even gets it back. Ults are popping off. She uses diamond form. You can bait it out so easily too. It's useless, because you bait it out. If you're smart and you just bait it, get out and then get back in. Bait the grab. I mean, she can't do anything, and she's melee in that form too. So if you're ranged, GG, that your Emma's gonna get destroyed. She's too many nerfs. Okay, I will literally advocate. Emma has gotten way too many nerfs. Angela's good because even though her gameplay loop is a little iffy, her impact, I'll just say it flatly, her impact is very, very good. So yeah, I might actually even pick her up. I'm kind of feeling it. But even though I think her gameplay loop is kind of boring, but flying is fun. Duelist. Now, here's the thing. There are so many duelists. There's so many duelists that the power creep in duelist is insane. BP deletes subs, they have no chance. Black Widow applies insane pressure. Hawkeye can one-tap. Daredevil literally blinds you. Torch is impossible to hit and does really good damage. He got nerfed, but you know, the gist. Hela can two-tap. She does insane pressure. Magic is crazy hard to kill. She does really good damage, and she can frontline and dive. Moon Knight can really build up ult incredibly quickly. He can combo with a lot of people with his ult, and he also does really good damage if you hit your shots and save your aunts for the right time. Phoenix still applies crazy pressure. Namor has AI squids. You know, Scarlet Witch doesn't need to aim. Spider-Man can be a fly. Stroller can apply insane pressure. Star-Lord's impossible to kill, and he has his barrage that does so much damage, and his ult is literally aimbot. Storm can combine with Jeff to counter any support ult. Bucky is literally God. Like, Bucky's just God at this point. And Wolverine's a tank shredder, making tanks completely useless. And then we go to Strategist, where Adam Warlock is useless except Res. Cloak and Dagger is God. Invis Woman is like half God, but her ult sucks. Jeff is pretty much unkillable and has a decent ult now. Loki's trash. Luna's still one of the best healers in the game with one of the best ults. Mantis is like half God because of her damage boost. Rocket is unkillable and can heal bot from a mile away. Ultron does crazy damage, trash healing, but is basically a flying DPS. The power creep is insane. I'm gonna wrap of what I just set up so everyone can understand. What I mean when I say everything I just did is that nothing compares to DPS. Nothing can match it. Not a heal, not a tank. You have to outskill them. There isn't like... There's not a real way except completely diffing them. The characters. I'm not even saying the players. I'm talking about the characters. Like, you have to diff their entire kit to beat a DPS character at this point in Season 4.5. Because they have gotten so strong. They have gotten so many buffs on certain characters. And because of that, and because of the other classes, hero, healer, and tank, have gotten so very little, the power creep is just... you might as well only play DPS. It might as well play 6 DPS versus 6 DPS. That's how I got this win streak. Because I played DPS. That's how this happened. The reason I lost is because I played tank. Plain and simple. It doesn't get any more clear cut than that. You know? All DPS. All DPS. And I did great. Did fantastic. Got... say that again? But got 2 MVPs out of like 7 games, you know? So, frankly, we've dug ourselves into a pretty deep hole here. Because you either have to nerf DPS so much that the others can actually stand a chance kit-wise, or buff the other classes. Those are the 2 options. Because the power creep is only getting bigger and bigger. I mean, we just added Daredevil, right? Which is a terrible idea. A terrible idea. Adding this character was a horrendous idea. Shut up, Daredevil. Nobody cares. Stop. Stop. I don't want to hear your grunting, bro. So his kit is pretty insane. What is it? What does silent person do? Yeah. Like,
I see you.
this is his kit is so incredibly overtuned. He has so many combos and so many things that help him. Okay, I know people might say Daredevil is like a hard character, but you know what? I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say Daredevil is one of the easiest characters because he has so much helping him. He has so much mobility. He can blind you. He can damage reduct himself. He can move faster. He can climb walls. He can attack from range. He can auto aim. He has so much helping him. Anyway, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. Is that the power creep? It's insane. And you know, in season 4.5, it's really noticeable because so many people want to play DPS because the other roles are becoming very insignificant. Extremely insignificant. Because their power level is so below the DPS. Why would you ever want to play anything else? Why? I mean, what's the reason? You know, I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just asking, what's the reason? I love healing. I love it. I think it's fun. But I don't play healer in season 4 and 4.5. I'm not doing it. You want to know why? Because the heroes are so weak and boring, and there's been nothing really new or fun added to them in months. So nah, man. I don't see the reason to play anything else except DPS. And I don't blame anyone else who does the same. I don't. I think it, you know, that the power creep is the reason.